Hey guys, what's up? It's Spyro here, coming at you with another video. Today I'm showing all my EXs, level X's, primes, just ultra rares in general. Okay. First up, we got Flareon EX. This was the first ultra rare I've ever pulled, and it's not that good. 3 for 70, and you do 10 damage to Flareon, so that's horrible actually, that's not good at all. Look, it looks like Flareon's evil. Alright. 2 for 30, and then you prevent damage by 20 to you for next turn. So, I mean, yeah, it's not that great. Next, we got Roarin from EX Power Keepers. Yeah, 150 HP, pretty bulky actually. 3 for 70 plus. If you discard the stadium, you do 20 more damage. So, I mean, it depends if you want to discard the stadium or not to make it a great attacker. Just 3 for 70. Yeah. And this card is in really bad condition because I bought it off of a friend for like a quarter. And yeah, he said it's seen better days, which I don't blame him. Yeah. Pretty good Pokebody. As long as Dusclops EX is on your bench, don't apply Darkness Weakness for all your Pokemon in play. So, I mean, yeah, that can provide some great strategy, actually. For a Stage 2 with 100 HP, it's not bad. 2 resistances also. Next we got Melodic from the EX Emerald set. 1 for 30. Not bad, actually. 3 for 70, and you move a basic energy. And its Pokebody is pretty solid. Next we got Swampert from Crystal Guardians, I believe. 3 for 60. You may discard 2 cards from your hand. If you do, this attack does 60 plus 20 plus 20 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So, kind of a double whammy there. It's pretty good. Energy Recycle isn't bad either. Next we got Salamence, a classic card. I love this card, and I'm sure a lot of other people do also. It's from EX Power Keepers, as you can see. And, I mean, the attacks aren't that great, but I love the artwork. It just looks awesome. Gardevoir from EX Sandstorm. Wow. So this is like 2003. It's old. So, feedback is pretty good. You know, get some quick damage. It's kind of a double-edged sword, though, because your opponent can have, like, 1 card in his hand, and you could do 2 for 10. Or you can be just, like, saving up bills or something. Bill wasn't in this, but, like, random supporters that give him more cards. Or her. So, I mean, I don't know. Psystorm is really the main reason you would probably play this Pokemon. Does 10 damage times the total amount of energy attached to all Pokemon in play. So for 4, you'll probably be getting up in, like, the 100s. Easy. Next we got Flygon. Second EX I pulled, and it's It's from EX Legend Maker, I believe. With 150 HP, colorless, 2 resistances, and 5 for 100. Unless you, I don't know, maybe put a double colorless on or something. And then 2 for 40 plus, you may discard any number of react cards attached to Flygon EX. If you do, this attack does 40 plus 30. So actually, that can be pretty good. I mean, it would be 2 for 70 if you decide to just do a react card instead of the colorless, so. Next we're going on to the level X's, and we have Empoleon level X. Great card. Unfortunately, no resistances, but it makes up for it in Hydro Impact. Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon. This attack does 80 damage to that Pokemon. Wow. I'm telling you, that's actually really good. You can chip away on some EXs or level X's. You know. And Supreme Command is not bad either. Next we have Torterra. I'm sure we all know this card. It's a promo, just like Empoleon, but it's from the DP set, so Forest Murmurs. Once during your turn, before your attack, if you have more prize cards on the left than your opponent, you may choose one of your opponent's bench Pokemon and switch it with that defending Pokemon. And it can't be used if Torterra is affected by a special condition. And Vigorous Dash is pretty much 4 for 100, and you do 30 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Pretty good card. Infernape. This card is pretty much infinite. It's great. Free retreat cost, 2 for 150. It's crazy. But you may say, oh, 2 for 150, that's amazing. But then you read it, and then you kind of get turned off. Search your discard pile for 8 fire energy cards. Show them to your opponent, and shuffle them into your deck. If you don't, then the attack doesn't work. Kind of a bummer. And Burning Head pretty much is trying to help you get those fire energies. Next we have Shaman with a free retreat cost, 110 HP, which you may say that's pretty low, but unlike Infernape, Torterra, and Empoleon, you don't have to go through 3 stages of evolution and then a level X. You just put a level X onto a Shaman. 2 for 50, you may move any number of energy cards attached to your Pokemon to one another. Pretty good. Next we have Rhyperior. Bulky. Look at that. 4 retreat cost. Ugh, man. Although 170 HP, it makes up. Up throw is okay. Search your discard pile for all fighting energy cards and then show them to your opponent and shuffle them into your deck. 3 for 60. It's kind of moderate. And then Hard Crush, discard the top 5 cards from your deck. This attack does 50 damage times the number of energy you discarded. So up throw is pretty much meant to just bring back the cards you put in the discard from Hard Crush. Next we have Mesprit. I actually took the time to put this one in the card sleeve because it's really rare apparently, and I don't like this card. 2 for 200. Wow. If you don't have Uxie, Level X, and Azoth Level X in play, this attack does nothing. So, garbage. I can't play it because I don't have either of the two. Okay, Mewtwo. 3 for 120, discard all energy attached to Mewtwo and Psy Barrier. Prevent all attacks, including damage done to Mewtwo by your opponent's benched what am I talking about? Wow, I'm stuttering. Sorry, guys. Let me read that over again. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to Mewtwo by your opponent's Pokemon that isn't an evolved Pokemon. Not bad, actually. Regigigas. We all know this one. Sacrifice. Great Pokepower. Fun to play with. Very bulky with 150 HP. And then Giga Blaster. Just water, fighting, steel, and colorless. So it's kind of a mess, but it's alright. You guys can take some time to read that if you can. Next we have Dialga. I hate this card. It's not that good. Not even the Pokepower is that good. 4 for 80. During your next turn, Dialga can't use Metal Flash. Ugh, I don't like that card. Magnezone. This card's awesome. I love this card. 2 for 80. Discard of electric energy and steel energy attached to Magnezone. The defending Pokemon is now paralyzed. Great card. And the Pokepower is not that bad too. As often as you like during your turn, before your attack, you may move a electric or steel energy to one of your Pokemon. So you could just move steel or electrics to Magnezone and just rock on. Next we have Giratina, fun card to play with. I believe this card was pretty much the card that introduced the Lost Zone. So, Invisible Tentacles. Whenever your opponent tries to attack, your opponent discards 1 card from his or her hand. Pretty good. Darkness Lost. This attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon, and each one that's knocked out goes into the Lost Zone. And this is Japanese. I know. But it's a time-space distortion. Great card. I just love the looks of it. Next we have a Charmander reprint from Stormfront. Actually, a friend and I are going to buy a Stormfront box in a couple of days, and I'm going to unbox some of that on YouTube, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully I get a Charmeleon or Charizard, not another Charmander. Umbreon Prime. I don't know what set it's from. Not too big with the Heart Gold Soul Silver sets, but still a great card. Yeah, I like it. Next we have Ampharos. I actually spotted a Heart Gold Soul Silver pack at Target about a month ago, and I was like, wow, I should buy it. And I bought it, and I opened it, and then out comes Ampharos Prime. That was a good day. Next we have Virizion Shiny. Pretty good, actually. Well, not pretty good. Leaf Wallop's okay. During your next turn, this Pokemon's Leaf Wallop attack does 40 more damage. So that can be 2 for 80, but you just have to wait a turn for it to be, 2 for 80. It looks awesome, though. I love the art. Okay. Next, we have Skarmory EX from X and Y. Before doing damage, discard all Pokemon tool cards from your opponent's active Pokemon. So that can be used strategically. And Tailspin Driver, 3 for 80 plus. Yeah, pretty much, if your opponent has damage on it, it does 120 damage. Next we have Lugia EX, 4 for 120, but it doesn't work unless you have a Plasma Energy. An Overflow, any Pokemon that gets knocked out, you draw another prize card. Awesome card. Next we have a Full Art Black Kyurem EX from Boundaries Crossed. Pretty much, you probably won't be using Dragon Fang if you're using this Pokemon. You'll probably be using Freeze Shock. And it's 4 for 150, and you can't attack next turn. Next, we have, like, the coolest card ever, in my opinion. Black Kyurem EX. This card is used in a lot of Blastoise decks. Stuff along those lines. 4 for 200, crazy, discard 3 energy attached. Wow. Now we have the card that we all pull every time we open a Legendary Treasures pack. I have like 4 of these, but I only put one on the video. So, I mean, the only reason you could run this card is for round. If you're running a round deck with like X-Blood, I guess. Does 30 times the number of Pokemon that have the round attack. Next we have Mega Blastoise, and this card just makes me mad because I have Mega Blastoise, but I don't have Blastoise EX. Ugh, my gosh, it makes me so mad. Alright, so we have 3 for 120, and it does 30 to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Good card. When the tins come out for Blastoise EX, I'm going to buy that, like, day 1. Alright, now we got Squavalian. I don't really think it's meant to be playable. I guess it's just meant to look awesome, and they achieved that. It looks great. Now we have Mewtwo EX. It's actually very similar to Mewtwo Level X, I noticed, with the side drive, but instead of discarding all energies, you just discard 1 energy. Big step up. And X-Ball's pretty good. Zekrom. Pretty good card. I mean, 4 for 150 and you discard 2. So you could just put a double Colorless on and, So next we have Palkia. Not a great card, but not a horrible card. It's pretty bulky in HP. So, I mean, it's okay. Next we have Delphox. This is a promo from the new tins coming out. And I like this card. I like this card a lot. Because Delphox is awesome. Okay. Next we have Mew EX Full Art. Pretty much like most Mews, it has some sort of thing where you could use your opponent's attacks. Pretty stationary. 120 HP, 1 retreat cost. And now we have, like, my rarest card ever as the last card, and it is, boom, Alakazam Star. Not a good card, but it's rare, and it's freaking sweet looking, and it's shiny, and it's amazing. Alright, so with that, I'm saying goodbye, YouTube. See you when I open up that Stormfront booster box.